Thank you for clicking on this video. Before we get into the crucial details, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss important updates that could affect your financial well-being. Today, we are diving deep into a significant change coming to the UK's welfare system, one that could impact thousands of households across the country. The Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, is making major reforms, and as part of these changes, 4 benefits are set to be phased out soon. This means that if you are currently receiving these payments, you need to act quickly to ensure you do not lose financial support. Many individuals and families rely on these benefits to meet essential expenses such as rent, food, and utility bills. That is why understanding the transition process is vital, as failure to comply with the new system could result in payment termination. With the cost of living crisis still affecting millions across the UK, any disruption to financial support can have severe consequences. This video will explain what is happening, who will be affected, and what you need to do to safeguard your income. The government has been working towards replacing legacy benefits with universal credit for years. The transition was initially introduced to simplify the welfare system and make it more efficient, but now the process is accelerating. The 4 benefits that will soon be discontinued are income support, income-based job seekers allowance, JSA housing benefit, and tax credits. If you receive any of these, you will need to move to universal credit before the deadline set in your migration notice. This is called managed migration, and it requires claimants to actively apply for universal credit before their old benefits are stopped. While some people may find themselves better off under universal credit, others might see their payments reduced, and this is where things become concerning. Universal credit is a single payment designed to replace multiple separate benefits. While it is intended to simplify the system, it has faced criticism over issues such as delayed payments and inadequate support for vulnerable individuals. The transition has been ongoing for several years, but the government has now set stricter deadlines for those still receiving legacy benefits. This means that if you receive a migration notice, you must act quickly to prevent any gaps in your financial assistance. Missing the deadline could result in your current benefits being cut off, leaving you without any income until you successfully apply for universal credit. Unfortunately, many people are unaware of this requirement or struggle with the application process, increasing the risk of financial hardship. The DWP has stated that individuals will be given time to make the switch, but concerns remain about whether claimants will have adequate support. Many people who rely on legacy benefits face difficulties such as health problems, disabilities, or caring responsibilities, which can make transitioning to a new system challenging. If you receive a migration notice, it is crucial to read it carefully and follow the instructions provided. You will need to provide up-to-date information about your finances, living situation, and employment status to complete your universal credit claim. Failure to do so in time could lead to delays or even a complete loss of financial support. That is why seeking assistance from welfare advisors, citizens' advice, or local support groups can be incredibly helpful during this process. One of the biggest concerns with the transition to universal credit is the 5-week wait for the first payment. Unlike legacy benefits, which are paid more frequently, universal credit is paid monthly, and there is an initial waiting period before claimants receive their first payment. This can cause significant financial strain, especially for those who are already struggling. While advance payments are available, these must be repaid from future universal credit payments, reducing the overall amount received in the long run. Many people have criticized this system, arguing that it pushes vulnerable individuals further into hardship. There is also concern about the impact on people with disabilities and long-term health conditions. Some individuals who receive income support or income-related employment and support allowance, ESA, may find their support levels changing under universal credit. Although there are transitional protections in place to ensure claimants do not immediately lose money, these protections may not last indefinitely. If you receive disability benefits, it is essential to check how your payments might change and seek advice if necessary. Another issue with the transition is the impact on housing support. Housing benefit is one of the legacy benefits being phased out, meaning that those who currently receive it separately will see their housing costs included in their universal credit payment instead. This can be challenging for claimants who are used to direct payments to landlords, as they will now be responsible for managing their rent payments themselves. There are concerns that this could lead to an increase in rent arrears, particularly among individuals who struggle with budgeting. If you receive housing benefit, it is important to understand how the change will affect you and ensure that your rent payments are up to date to avoid any risk of eviction. Tax credits claimants are also facing uncertainty. Working tax credit and child tax credit will be discontinued, with recipients being moved onto universal credit. Some claimants may see an increase in their payments, while others might experience a decrease, depending on their circumstances. The biggest risk is for those who fail to respond to their migration notice in time, as they could lose their benefits altogether. If you receive tax credits, it is crucial to stay informed and prepare for the transition as soon as possible. For those affected by these changes, preparation is key. The first step is to watch out for your migration notice, which will be sent by the DWP when it is your turn to move to universal credit. This letter will provide details on when and how to apply. Do not ignore it, as failing to take action within the specified time frame will result in the termination of your benefits. Next, gather all the necessary documents, such as proof of identity, income details, rent agreements, and bank statements. This will make the application process smoother and reduce the chances of delays. If you are unsure about any part of the process, seek advice as soon as possible. There are several organizations that can help, including Citizens Advice, welfare rights groups, and local councils. Many charities also offer support for those struggling with the transition. If you need financial assistance during the waiting period for universal credit, you can apply for an advance payment, but be aware that this will need to be repaid. It is also important to check whether you will be financially better or worse off under universal credit. The government offers a benefits calculator that can help estimate how much you will receive. If you find that your payments will decrease, it may be necessary to look at additional sources of support, such as discretionary housing payments, council tax reductions, or local welfare schemes. For those worried about managing their money under the new system, budgeting advice and support are available. Universal credit is paid monthly, which can be a significant adjustment for those used to receiving weekly or fortnightly payments. Setting up a budget and planning for expenses in advance can help ensure that you do not run out of money before the next payment arrives. As these changes take effect, it is vital for everyone affected to stay informed and take proactive steps to protect their financial stability. If you, or someone you know, receives any of the 4 benefits being phased out, share this information with them to help prevent any disruptions to their payments. The transition to universal credit is happening now, and ignoring it could lead to serious financial difficulties. By staying informed and acting promptly, you can ensure that you continue to receive the support you need. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates on important financial changes and welfare news. Your support helps us continue providing valuable information to those who need it most. Stay safe, stay informed, and take action to protect your benefits today.